Just raise it to 9,000, which kind of, you wonder if that's
Push your buttons.
kind of reeks of wanting action, because we've seen standard raises pretty much around the table.
Yeah, and Mick's gone very speculative here. As it turns out, the ace will be his friend.
Wow, this is unfortunate for Scott.
Check.
He had queens, and the ace popped.
10,000.
And now he's got kings, and the ace popped. Both times he's going to get beat.
Well, Mick has to make a move here. You're not going to be playing
Oh.
ace-4 without the idea that if you are lucky enough to connect, you're going to play it back. Scott's keeping a very close eye on him.
Can Scott win this
Check.
with another bet? Oh.
I don't know. I just don't get the vibe from Mick that he's going anywhere. You know, if he was the sort of person that's going to go away, he would have gone away when he was holding the ace-4.
That card changed nothing. 'Cause obviously the 4 doesn't
7,000.
play.
7,000. It's a tiny, tiny bet at the end. It reeks of a beg for value.
Pretty much beat about nothing now.
I think he knows exactly where Scott is.
I mean, that's what he says.
Why 7?
I beat nothing. It's true. I mean, look at that. The 9 paired. The heart came.
What do you call it?
7, 8 of spades.
Yeah. And it's a great, you know, a great signal from Mick, a total appreciation for where he is, that he only puts 7 out there, because he knows that it's going to be so hard to even get the minimum bet paid off. On the hands he must put Scott O'Reilly on right now.
Jeez, Scott hates life right now. He doesn't want to fold, but I mean, he doesn't want to call. I mean, he's just not.
But he must know that's exactly what the 7,000 is designed to do, to make him feel like this.
He just could not have bluffed 7 into 40. He just couldn't have done it.
Go on, have 7,000.
He knows it. It's
It was
a
nothing. I mean, it was 7. He's
Kings?
yeah, kings. Yeah.
it's a brilliantly sized bet.
7,000.
It's painful
Oh.
punishment from Mick.
It really was, wasn't it?
Unlucky, sir.
They've played 2 levels. Nothing's. The life of O'Reilly has not gone well. Lee's in trouble. Good news for the others.
Yeah, Mick is right back in it. And a couple of nice moves there, and some very nasty moves. That will hurt Scott for a while.
And Mick's gotten back in it with trash, hasn't he?
He has, but he's hit, and you need to hit, but you need to play it well to maximize your profits, and he's done just that.
Yeah. Kept it simple.
Do you have to be on crack to read it?
No, I don't do drugs. Drugs are bad.
Mick's mood seems to have buoyed considerably with his stack.
Yeah, you get the feeling that he would be a very dangerous player to find as a
All
chip
in.
leader. O'Reilly's gone for it again this time.
It'll be 40.
He won't be so fortunate.
No, this would not be the spot for Keston to fold kings, although he's always capable.
And that's good.
I don't see it. I'm happy to take a wager on it, but I think he's going to
I have to remember what it was last
get
time.
involved. It'll be interesting to see whether he chooses to flat call and actually induce any more action, or just to shut this pot down.
Hard for me to remember that shit.
Call.
It's called exactly. And, I mean, these players,
Pass.
well, pretty sure that
Pass.
Keston's not going to call 40,000
Yeah.
without a hand that can't call more, or, I
Pair.
mean,
All pair.
maybe Eddie's.
Very small.
Well, it isn't over till the fat lady sings. There's still 5 cards to come and ruin Keston's day. He looks very cash and comfortable about it. But he also looks vaguely worried, just a little hint of concern, because probably been in this situation a number of times before and it hasn't gone quite so well.
It's all gone wrong for O'Reilly tonight. He doesn't really expect it to change now. This could be
Wow.
Unlucky shit, guys.
the end. And the ultimate ignominy, drawing dead by the turn.
Good play, mate.
Nothing to do but shake hands and move off to the next game.
None of my hands really connected to the flop, couldn't really get anything through, or raised with a semi-decent hand and would come over the top when I was pretty sure I was behind and had to pass. These things happen, it's just poker, isn't it?
Welcome back to the PartyPoker.com World Open 4.
Big. That big.
McCool approaching the range
yeah.
where he's almost in free
Price
shot mode. You know what I
25,000.
mean?
Yeah, there's a number of players here that he could have a pop at. Well, especially when the deck keeps coming around and delivering the goods. But, I mean, this is interesting that the chip leader and the second lead here, tens versus ace-jack. I could see some interesting developments here.
The bet's 25. I mean, McCool's in position here on the button, is calling. You know, there's always ways to play hands. There's always options.
What you got left, roughly, Robin?
I like the way he's thinking about it. I'm not sure what the right decisions. I have this feeling that Robin's going to call if he re-raises, and I think Mick has the feeling that Robin's calling with a lot of hands. So
yeah.
I don't know.
I just don't know if Mick can put much merit to just call and see a flop here. Is that he either likes the hand or he doesn't, but knowing that he's up against Robin clearly is playing on his mind.
The answer to the question he's trying to find out is he has about 60.
113 behind.
He has about 60,000 more than Keston does, but it's a big chunk. It's a big chunk. He'd have 60,000 if he played the all-in and lost.
You've got to respect the fact that Keston is very well chipped.
He is. He's
Cool.
And the interesting thing is,
Pass.
you know, Channing's also capable of having junk here because of the amount of raises he's made tonight. But McCool's chosen to call here, and is this a call that he's just looking for no ace, and then he's going to make another kind of decision? Don't know.
Well, I don't know, but I mean, the fact that he's called means he obviously wants to see a flop. He wants to see Keston's reaction.
Keston's gone all in the dark. He's gone all in the dark. He is a sickie.
Well, we said it. As you know, Mick wanted to see the flop because he wanted to see what Keston would do, and Keston's removed that. He's removed that ability to look at Keston's reaction because he just said, I'm all in. And this is fantastic. And then it's tough. It's really tough for Mick. I mean, what does he make of that? What does he attribute that move to?
What a sick puppy. Keston's actually picked up a flush draw. It's 50-50, I think, percentage-wise here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a really fun thing for Keston to do. It's really fun.
Well, I guess he detects from McCool, the fact that McCool just called is that says he's got a big hand, but he's not entirely convinced by it. And why would he be calling? Because he wants to see what the flop does, and he wants to see what effect that has on Keston. And Keston just steps in and removes that information.
It's pretty funny.
I mean, it's inspired by Keston. It's, you know, it's a crippling thing to do.
Amazing thing, obviously. If McCool does call, Keston's actually got a pretty good hand to play against him. And if McCool looks over there, maybe he'll see Keston's not that worried. I mean,
Nice bet.
yeah, what an
210.
interesting bet.
No.
Well,
No.
that's why I was surprised.
No,
I mean,
that's a
I
pretty
said,
good
you know,
answer.
I don't know if Mick would come
That's
to
a pretty good
a
answer.
conclusion that there's a lot of value in just calling. But that's what he chose to do.
Even if you're 60-40, you're calling, aren't you?
Yeah.
Plus.
You know, the fact that he got McCool to lay down ace-10 there is, shows that Channing had his man right. And this re-raise all in quick, and this is good timing, I think, for Channing, no matter what he's got.
Yeah.
45, 55, 65, 69.
Well, that's good enough to make that move with, certainly. And then again, if the ace-10 was a fold, then the ace-6.
Well, he knows he's got fold equity anyway, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it is what it is, isn't it? And what is it? How much is it? McCool now finds that he's getting bullied around. It's almost like those 10s burst his own bubble.
Yeah, he's been running good, and he's just had a couple of hiccups in the last few hands that'll...
Oh, is it possible? God, oh, mate.
You got enough there.
You know, I mean, what happens, Matt, is as soon as you show anybody at the
Thanks for
table that
pointing that out for
Oh, I don't
me.
want you to think that, you know, it's,
You're
you're
scared
being
to
a bargain and
gamble.
you haven't got enough ready.
they'll batter you like like a flopping fish.